Colombia is in the north of the South American continent. Its capital, Bogotá, is the home of the famous Gold Museum. The upper valley of the Magdalena, the largest river in Colombia. It's a good 300 kilometers to the south of Bogotá. Here in San Agustin, we find these mysterious stone figures. They apparently guard the burial chambers of priests and rulers. The site at San Agustin contains many graves dating from around the time of Christ's birth to the 10th century. Then the culture which produced them suddenly vanished. Despite their differences, the figures all have one thing in common: their oversized canine teeth, jaguar teeth perhaps. In many Indian cultures, the jaguar was regarded as the embodiment of courage and strength. The Indian cultures left no written records. No one will be able to unlock the secret of these figures with complete certainty. Who or what were they intended for? After all, nearly all of them were hidden under huge burial mounds. One thing seems to be clear. Man was seen as a part of nature and could not exist above and beyond nature. But humans could turn into animals and animals into humans.
Bogotá, the capital, was founded in 1538 by the Spanish conquerors, 500 years after the culture of San Agustin had vanished. They renamed the old Indian settlement of Bogotá as the city of Santa Fe de Bogotá and declared it subject to the King of Spain. The city centre still contains many examples of Spanish colonial architecture. For centuries, everything was done in Colombia under Spanish influence to suppress the Indian heritage. European traditions were cultivated instead. In the last few decades, there's been a growing appreciation of the country's own Indian heritage. That heritage, which was ignored for so long, is preserved in this building. The Gold Museum of Bogotá was founded in 1939 and later received a permanent home here. The figure from San Agustin is a good example of the mysterious power of the Indian cultures displayed in this museum. It presents the 11 different cultures that existed in the country before the discovery of America by Columbus. It outlines the history of these cultures, where known, and displays the products of their artistry. The museum wants to convince Colombians of the value of their Indian past while they're still young.
The Tairona culture flourished in the north from the 6th century to the 17th century. When the Spanish arrived in Colombia, the Tairona Indians withdrew into the rugged heights of the Sierra Nevada. A model shows how their settlements clung to the steep slopes. There are thought to be over 100 settlements like this in the dense mountain forest. Some of them are inhabited by the Kogi Indians, descendants of the Taironas. But the Kogis know nothing or will say nothing about the myths and culture of the Taironas. There are no written records. All one can do is guess at the significance of the pottery and other artifacts that have been recovered from their graves.